All right, Detroit, we are back. Now, we are here in year two. We did leave off at the beginning of December. Now, what I do want to do really quickly is just go and view draft class. Just to take a look. So this Ladislav Netarost guy, looks like he might be going first overall. We'll see as the season progresses. And more people get scouted, but that looks to be a guaranteed medium elite already, so that's pretty interesting. But I did touch up the lines a tiny bit from last episode. Got a little more chemistry going on these top two lines. We got 2+2 lines, which is going to be really nice. And then as far as defense goes, it stayed the same. So hopefully we can go ahead and get this team going here for year two, make the playoffs again. That is best case scenario. So what we're going to go ahead and do is simulate through December at least, see how this team is performing. And we will go from there. Now, this looks like a pretty decent month. We got a 16-4 team in Columbus. Pretty easy to start off the month with Montreal. Let's see. I mean, not too many bad teams, though. The Rangers and the Islanders. So the end of the season there, and then the Sabres. So the last four seem to be the easy ones. Let's see how this goes. We got a bad team against Montreal. Hopefully we can take this one. We don't. We lose by 1. We got a good team here against Columbus. McIsaac has been injured. We're just going to go ahead and head coach replace player down in the AHL. We do take the game off Columbus, which is pretty nice. That is a tough team to take a game off of. We do take a point off of Calgary, which is nice. Check out the Flyers here. We do take the game off the Flyers. How about the Hurricanes? We take that one as well. So we have, what is that, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points in the last 5 games. That's really nice. Only dropped 1 point in the last 5. Oh, there we go. All right, so not too bad of a month so far. 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 5 wins, it looks like. Jake Wallman has been injured with injured ribs. That's 2 AHL defensemen going down. Jared McIsaac is fully healed, so we're going to go ahead and get him back in there. We'll get him in there from Vero if Vero decided to get put in. Let's see. Wait, I thought McIsaac... All these other guys are normal. Let's see, was McIsaac here? Yeah, McIsaac was there, but Sabrango does not really give us, yeah. Our AHL coach does not fit the lines that we have here. Player preference is pinch cycle. Pinch cycle. So it looks like pinch would probably be the best for defensive coach, because we don't have any hold line player preferences. We have a lot of pinch, so pinch would definitely help. And then what about, yeah, pinch cycle I feel like would be the best defensive chemistry for the AHL. Let's see if maybe we can find a coach for the AHL that would have that. So let's see, cancel the sim, cancel the sim. All right, Wallman is back as well. Wallman is also back, so let's go ahead and get him back in there for Sabrango. Let's get Wallman back in there. There we go. So Wallander, it does have minor top 4, but I can't put him anywhere where the chemistry is okay. I could put him over Johansson, since Wallander has better we could just do that. We could do Johansson with Barton, Wallander, Edvinsson, and then Wallman, McIsaac. -1 there hopefully doesn't hurt them too much, but honestly I think it's a decent I feel like we're looking pretty decent here. Casper, move Ernie. I want Casper getting top line time. I want Soderblom getting top line time. Berggren, should be getting top line time. Zarnik up here. I'm fine with none of these guys getting. Joaquin Blickfield, yeah, he's not going to grow enough. Eberzazy, top 6 low. I don't think he's going to grow enough, so I'm fine with these guys being our depth. Let's go ahead and get Zarnik up instead of Luff. Luff doesn't get as many points as Zarnik does. Let's see. So Soderblom, Casper, and Berggren on line 1. I am good with that. Yeah, I think I'm good with these lines for the AHL. Let's just go ahead and look really quick just for the sake of it. Kosa playing really well down there this year. Alright. So, cancel sim, cancel sim. Come on, we're just bugging out our sim. They're 21-5-2 down here. That's big. And we've taken a lot of points this month. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 regulation losses, but how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 4, and 3. That's not bad for points. We've only not had points in 4 games out of, what is that, 14? So that's really nice. Should keep us. Yeah, we're second place in the division. That's really nice. 20-12-4 is a good season so far. We got one more game in the NHL for this month. So let's go ahead and get that one taken care of. Buffalo, and we do lose by 1. So we are about halfway through the season here. We got 37 games in. We're not really producing that many points, which is a little interesting considering our top 2 lines are pretty heavy. I mean, we got 4 29-point guys, though. That's not too bad. Bertuzzi up at 23, Larkin up at 28, Roslovic and Kubalik both at 20. So, I mean, it's not looking too bad here. We definitely have... Let's see, let's check the minuses. Pretty much the bottom line except for Larkin and Raymond. So for some reason they're letting goals in, which he's got great defensive stats. What about Larkin? Yeah, Larkin has great defensive stats, so it's not those guys. Tanner Jeannot, I think the only reason these guys are minuses is because they really just don't have many points. I mean, Donskoy 7 points in 37 games, so we're just not getting any production out of those bottom 2 lines, which is where these point totals could also look a little rough. Yeah, I mean, you're talking, we got all these points without even, we got all these players without even 10 points, so we're definitely going to see some low pluses and some low minuses, but I think we're going to be another really good defensive team this year. So not letting in many goals, but we're also not scoring many. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team stats halfway through here. Detroit Red Wings are 3rd in the division, but goals against per game, let's see where we sit. We are best in the division in goals against per game. Goals for per game, we're about middle of the pack here. There's 4 above us, 3 under us, but we're tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning for goals for per game. So we're scoring a decent amount of goals. What about entire league? What is it looking like? I would assume we're about middle of the pack with everything. Let's see here. We should be coming up here relatively soon. This screen is going so slow right now. No, so we're actually down towards the bottom half of this, but what about goals against per game? Yeah, we're, what is that, 5th in the league? Not too bad. So we're definitely a positive team, but we're only positive 11 in the plus minus differential for the whole team. Our power play percentage is definitely really good. Our penalty kill could be a lot better. We're only 4th in the league, or we're 4th worst in the league. So that could definitely be a lot better. That might be where we're giving up some of our goals. So I'm thinking that potentially we can go look at the penalty kill. Maybe that's something like we go and bring Glendening back into the NHL just on that bottom line. If they're not going to be getting points anyways, if they're not going to get points anyways, we might as well have the good defense rather than having the offense on the bottom 3 lines. So what that could theoretically mean is I think having Veleno... Okay, so Veleno up here does not ruin the plus minus for that line. I think it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be these guys. So what if, like, Jonas Donskoy? Let's see. I don't think Kubalik is bad depth for that last line. He's still a +3. Donskoy is a -3. Jeannot is a -3. So out of these two, who would I keep? 84, 84, 85, 83, 83, 86. I would probably keep Donskoy. So we're gonna go ahead and move Donskoy over here. Kubalik is a left wing, Donskoy is a right wing, so we can go ahead and switch those guys. But let's take Tanner Jeannot. And what we're going to go ahead and do is go to roster moves. And Tanner Jeannot is going to end up being the injury reserve. And we're actually going to toss Glendening in there for the penalty kill and for better defensive abilities on that bottom line. So we're going to take Sundqvist and move him down. We are going to bring up Glendening. There we go. And then in the NHL, what we're going to want to do is, yeah, we can go ahead and edit AHL lines and then NHL lines. So, let's see. All right, what do we got here? So, we do have Sundqvist. I think, honestly, we're going to try to trade him. So, what I think we're going to do is Ernie up here, Blickfield up here, and then we're going to go ahead and toss in Chris Cuolo, substitute in all lines. I'm fine with that. Let's just check. AHL. Alright, so I mean, it's still a -2, but it's okay. We got a very stacked AHL team, so I'm not worried about them. Let's go ahead and go to the NHL, and what we're going to go ahead and do is Tanner Jeannot is the guy we're going to switch out for Luke Glendening. So Tanner Jeannot is going to be the guy we take out. Now I'm fine with the -1 down here. It still should be okay. Glendening still has the great defensive category. I'm literally not worried about anything else. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is on the penalty kill. Yeah, that also might be hurting us. So what we're going to do is first line penalty kill. Roslovic is going to come off for Glendening. Changing current line, there we go. So then Glendening up the middle. He's going to be taking the face-offs with those 90 face-offs. I am cool with Miller and Clifton being up here. Let's go ahead and go to penalty kill line 2. I think I'd rather have Sider here. And then... yeah, let's have Sider with Colin Miller. Kopp taking the draws, because Kopp should have better face-offs, 82, and then Veleno is 75, yes. Then penalty kill line 3, Larkin with Donskoy, and then Hronek Valimaki, yes, I am good with that. Okay. So penalty kill should actually be really good. We got a +2, a +3, and then a 0, unfortunately, but we do have Larkin on the 0, who's got the great defensive stats, so we should actually be good on the penalty kill. So, our power play is good, our penalty kill looks good, and we have the better defense on 5-on-5. So, I am liking that. Let's go ahead and get out. I mean, in this video, I would ideally really like to get to the end of the regular season, so let's go ahead and keep moving through. Now, ideally, we are looking to stay in the top 3 slots. I don't want a wildcard spot, which we are 5 points ahead of a wildcard spot. So hopefully we can keep getting these regulation wins. Let's go ahead and view draft classes again, see what we're looking at here. Now, no one else has actually been, like, fully revealed. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. What we are going to go ahead and do is just do it month by month, and if we need to make adjustments, we'll make them. If we don't, then we're just going to keep on motoring through. So let's go ahead and get through January, and let's see. Yusuf Valimaki fully healed, so it was a 1-game type of injury for him. which sounds good. Let me get a drink of water really quick. Got a game against the Seattle Kraken, which we do end up taking 4-1, which looks nice, but we do give up a 4-1 against the Senators, which isn't good. Toronto, that's a big game to win, and we lose. We're only one game ahead of the Bruins, or 1 point, sorry. Now we are getting another win, another loss. We're giving up a lot of goals here when we upped our defensive ability. There we go. Now we're scoring. Now we're limiting the goals. 3-2 loss. I mean, that's not one we can hang our head on. Release the latest set of draft rankings. Yeah, we can go ahead and view this draft class. So, let's see. So Netarost is not a grinder. He probably will be a power forward or a two-way forward. NHL ready, but so he'll probably be a power forward with a similar style of Lucic. He does have elite edges, crease crasher, and bouncer for sure, which is interesting. And then we got let's see, Reese Hancock, who's an offensive defenseman, medium elite. He lacks size, teammate utilization, and reach, but he's got a heavy slap shot, shutdown ability, and great puck mover. So NHL ready, similar style PK Subban. He's got seeing eye, probably a couple other superstar abilities. I've never actually seen a player with just a zone ability. I wonder if that's even possible. But we have 2 guaranteed medium elites there, and it looks like at least 4 guaranteed. We do get a 2-0 win against Pittsburgh there. 8 games above 500, 9 games above 500. Take a game off the Lightning, who have really dropped off. Oh, wow. Actually, story unfolding. The Lightning have really dropped off. Ooh, Zadina is injured with a sore hip. February 4th, so not too long, but we are going to want to edit that manually. So let's go ahead and we're going to move Kubalik up here to line 2, which still is a good, or up here to line 3, which still is a good line 3. And then we have Jeannot hopping in here on line 4. So still not too bad. I like our depth. The -1 sucks, but got to deal with what we have. So let's go ahead and see power play line 2. It won't auto fix itself. Now I would like to get a forward here. Let's see, who do we have on power play line 1? Vrana, Raymond, Bertuzzi, Larkin. And then we have Kop, Perron, Kubalik. So let's go ahead and toss in Roslovic there. I'm good with Jack Roslovic going in right there. Let's toss Veleno in there. I'm cool with Veleno being in there. Yeah, I'm cool with that. It is a -2, unfortunately, but it'll fix itself when we get it back. Let's go ahead and toss in Veleno here as well. Go ahead and get him in there. Another -2, but I mean, it'll fix itself in about a week and a half. It might just be a lackluster power play for a week and a half. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and Perron did drop to an 85. So this will probably be his last year, but he does have 42 points in 48 games, so he is playing really well. Let's check. So Larkin is at a +5 now. He's no longer a minus. He's got 39 points, so that's doing really well. Kubalik has 40, or Vrana has 41, which is really nice. Lucas Raymond is at 33. He's playing pretty well. Top is at 32, also playing well, and 28 for Bertuzzi. Veleno's a plus. Roslovic has 28 points down there on the third line. That's really nice at a +7. Kubalik at 23. Donskoy only has 7. Glendening is only a -1, so not too bad. Jeannot is a -3. Let's go ahead and check the defensive side. We got Hronek at 21 points +9. We've got Sider at 20 points +12. Callum Miller's a +5. Keandre Miller's a +7. Valamaki's a +1. Clifton is a -3. So not too bad on the defensive side. Okay. So I think we're looking good the way we are. So we're just going to go ahead and keep simulating. We got a loss there to Chicago, but a win against Dallas. Let's go ahead and take this last game of the month. 2-goal loss. So, I mean, we're still 8 games above 500. We are 3rd place, and we are 6 points above any wild card team, so that's not too bad. Looks like, or sorry, 5 points against the first wild card and 6 on the second. So not too bad. Let's go ahead, and we are just going to go ahead and get up to the trade deadline here. I do like the way this is working. Philip Zadina is fully healed, so we should have a much better team here with Jeannot going out and Zadina coming back in. We should get that goal scoring back. So go ahead and get Zadina back up on that line with Kubalik down on the 4th line. Now I'm wondering if there's any way. No, it's still all -1s, so let's go ahead and back out of this. Now we should be good. Nah, we're not. It's bugged out. So let's go ahead and get through this. Here we go. All right, so we got a game against Winnipeg here. Let's see how this goes. We do have an overtime win against Winnipeg. Let's get to Minnesota. 6-3 loss, which is a little unfortunate. We're losing our lead on the wild card teams. 2-1 loss against the Bruins. That's not good. Rasmussen has been injured with a separated shoulder. That's AHL. We're just going to head coach replace. That team is good enough. Do take a 6-2 win off of Nashville. We lose to the Sharks, but we win against the Canadiens. Let's go and see. We got the Kings and the Bruins here. Both decent teams. We win against there. The Bruins is a big game. Let's take that win. 5-1 loss, man. They're right behind us in the standings. They're really looking to get out of that. Oh, and they take over. All right, we need some wins here. We need some wins here going to the trade deadline. One more. Let's go ahead, and we are going to real-time sim this Anaheim game. Let's see. So, wild card, it looks like we have it above the Blue Jackets, but they are tied in points. So we are close here for a wild card spot. We are still 8 games above 500. Let's go ahead and check out how this Anaheim game plays out. First period, we are up 1-0. Tyler Bertuzzi on Dostal. Second, we had 17 shots in the first period. If we can just keep up that pressure, I don't think we're going to lose this game. Second period, they do get a goal. We only had 8 shots in that second period. Kuzmenko on Husso. And let's go ahead and see how this third period plays out. Power play right away. Can't get a power play goal, but we have all the pressure in this game. We're out shooting them 30-15. Come on, guys. Just bury one. Just bury one. 32 shots. We need a second goal. 35. Oh, come on. Don't give them a point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're not in our division, but oh, man, we're here in overtime. All right, let's see. 3-on-3 OT. Man, this goalie is playing out of his mind. We are going to the shootout. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out. I mean, I'm going to click it, and it's going to tell me if we win or lose. And we lose. We do take a point, but wow, who was shooting the puck? I don't want to look at Anaheim's. Who was shooting the puck that couldn't bury it? Andrew Kopp took the most shots. He had 6 shots. Larkin took 5, couldn't bury any. Bertuzzi. Raymond couldn't bury. Veleno, Miller, Sider, Perron. Wow, we just couldn't get any production off those top lines, huh? Holy. How many penalties we take? We only took 2 penalties. Puck possession time apparently doesn't work when you sim. It looks like we had a large advantage in face-offs, and I mean a large advantage in face-offs. Let's see. So that's a little unfortunate, but we do get a point off that, which hopefully can put us back in a wild card spot, potentially. It does not. We're 1 point out of a wild card spot. Both wild card teams have 70 points. So we're not too far off. I do think we will end up making it, but our division is really tough. We have the Lightning, the Bruins, the Panthers, and the Maple Leafs above us, which are really hard teams to catch. Now, is there anything? I would like to be a playoff team, and I would be willing to sell to be a playoff team, but I'm not willing to sell our piece of the future. I would be willing to sell draft picks and older players for better players. So let's go ahead and see. Now, I don't think that adding 1 player makes us a cup team, which is why I don't want to sell our younger players for veterans that are good. But I think what we could look at would be maybe upgrading for Perron for a first line forward that would be better than him. I know he's got 53 points, but I mean, we're definitely looking at potentially making the playoffs here, so having an upgrade on our first line would be good. Let's go ahead and check. So we've got, let's see. Now, do we have any? So 1 year left. We're going to have to sign Cider after this year. We have 13 mil. We're going to have to sign Raymond after this year. We're going to have to sign Heronic. So we will need to give up some cap space. Let's see. So we have Verana, who we could actually improve on. So he would be a trade deadline guy to move. That's interesting. So Verana might be the guy we actually upgrade rather than Perron. Now, where's Perron? Let's see. So Perron, he only has 1 year left, so we're not worried about his salary for next year. Same with Roslovic. Maybe Bertuzzi. Maybe Todd Bertuzzi. Now, he's not going to improve, at least naturally, and I don't think statistically he's going to improve with 37 points in 57 games. He's also a minus. We could get an upgrade on Bertuzzi. All right, let's get into the trade deadline. Actually, before we do, let's do a player search really quick. All right, let's go ahead and see. So we do want a forward. We are going to want one or more. We do want younger than Bertuzzi, who's 29. So we're going to go 27. Let's see. So overall, we're looking at, let's do 87 or higher. And let's search that forward with some superstar abilities at 87 or higher. So obviously we're not getting any of these guys up here. But someone like Svechnikov is not unobtainable. Getting a stud like that and then putting Perron on that second line. But he's only got 39 points. He has 4. Let's see, maybe someone like Patrick Laine. Oh yeah, someone like Patrick Laine might be good. He would be great for a power play. He's a bona fide goal scorer with Larkin. Patrick Laine is an option. What about Laine? Let's see. Let's check Patrick Laine. So, it is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They are a winning team. But we might be able to make this work somehow. Let's see. So, Todd Bertuzzi here. We're letting them save a little bit of money. Now, I know that we're taking a little bit of a heavier contract. But I think we can still make this work. Let's see. So, Todd Bertuzzi. Now, let's see. Do we have anyone with a decent value that we're not going to use? So, Brestovich we want to keep. Valimaki we want to keep. Wallander we want to keep. But Sunkfist, we were planning on trading Sunkfist anyways. Now, add Sunkfist in there. Now, we're taking Laine. We're giving them a second line player back rather than a first line, but we are giving them some depth. Let's see, just to check. I think we are going to go after Laine once we get into the trade deadline. But I think realistically we could get it for probably Bertuzzi, Sungfist, and a fourth for Patrick Laine. We might be able to get that. Now, I just want to check and see. if there are any actual skaters matching the block that they really like that don't fill the same role as Bertuzzi, that we could give them. Now, McIsaac at 77.23, I wouldn't actually be completely opposed to giving them McIsaac since we already have Wallander. So just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and add McIsaac in there and then see if they have an AHL defenseman that we could grab, like Svozil maybe. Yeah. Let's see. So pinch cycle, does he have that? Oh, I won't be able to know. Stanislav Svozil. Other defenseman, top 4 low. I could probably make that work. Let's see. So Svozil, I think, would be the guy we would go after. Or Connor Carrick. I think a trade like this we could actually push through. Maybe adding... Let's see, maybe adding, like... They can get both of our fourths. 2 fourths, McIsaac and Bertuzzi for Line A and Svozil. I think I could push that through in the deadline. Now, Line A definitely seems like someone I really, really want. And I would 100% be willing to give up Bertuzzi for that. Let's see if that'll go through now. It isn't at all compared to what they're asking, what they're being asked to give up. So we are definitely going to have to add some more value there. I wouldn't be opposed to giving up second round picks for getting someone like Line A for the future, because he's only 25. We can have him as the good pairing with Larkin at 27 and the rest of our players at 22 and 23. So he could be a pure building piece for us for the future. I wouldn't be opposed to giving some stuff up for him. So let's go ahead and hop into the deadline. I think we have an idea of what we want to do. And or we can see if anyone else up there in that kind of range, anyone up here might be on the block. We can go ahead and check and see. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is get into the deadline here, and let's see if any top tier forwards that we actually want to go for would be here. So let's go ahead and get into it. We are a buyer. So let's see, we got here. We are a buyer and enter the trade deadline. So let's see what we're looking at here. Let's see what we got here. So we're not going after someone like Bergeron. We're not going after a defenseman. So Timo Meier being the only forward, I don't think we're going to go after him. I think that Patrick Laine might be what we want to do. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go to Columbus. We do have a trade alert already with Carolina. Let's see. Nybeck and a second round for Ryan Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury. Whoa, that's a big move. So let's go ahead. We are going to check. Yeah, I think we'd have to go after Line A. But I don't think that's bad. He's got 3 years left at 8.7, so I think that fits what we want. Let's go ahead and grab Patrick Laine. Let's go ahead and toss in Bertuzzi since they want him. Trade alert with the Dallas Stars. Let's see what we got here. Barabanov got moved. Okay. So let's go ahead and add that in there. Now, right there, I feel like that could go through. Do I think that could go through? It's potential, but I doubt it. Let's see. Isn't where it needs to be at all compared to what we're being asked to give up. So let's see. Let me just take a look at our team makeup and what we're looking at for the future here. So let's just look at our center core here. Now, we do have Larkin, we do have Kopp. We're going to have to re-sign Roslovic, so don't count him. But, I mean, Veleno, Kopp, and Larkin definitely have their contracts here left for the future. So, I think if we have center depth that has any value, like Berggren, I think Berggren wouldn't be a bad option to give up if we're trying to win right now. And same with even Casper, because I don't want to keep Casper because Larkin, we might be able to move eventually for a potential pick when he gets older, and then Casper can take his spot as medium elite. But I mean, yeah, someone like Bergen, I wouldn't be too mad with giving up. Now, Sunkfist does add value. Columbus would have too many skaters. Now, let's see what they are looking at on what is this? Incoming trade offer. Decline. Did that take me out of my screen? Okay, it didn't. We still have it. So, let's go ahead and look at their skaters matching block. Who do they want to give up? They want to give up Corrali, Robinson, Carrick, Thompson, and Gabranson. So, any of these guys have 1 year left? We can take Nate Thompson off their hands, I think. Yeah, we can take Nate Thompson off their hands. Incoming trade offer, Kosa and Wallander. Nope. Let's see. So, I do like that. Let's see. Okay. So now, here's where I actually think I'd be willing to do this. Is with him, I think I'm almost a guaranteed playoff team. That makes my first round pick really not that valuable. So let's go ahead and take out a second, add a first. Oh, the first didn't get added. Let's go ahead and add this first round pick. Second and third for Orlov? No. I don't want to do that. I don't want Orlov. Let's go ahead and add in that first round pick. So that should definitely go through. I don't see any good reason why that wouldn't. Perron can move down to the second line in Bertuzzi's spot, and then we upgrade on Perron. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. Sundqvist, we don't have a good spot for him, so they can play him as depth. And then our first round pick, we don't need because Line A is going to work another 7 years here. So let's go ahead and propose this. I think this will go through. Trade rejected. You are quite far off in value based on what you are offering. I would have to give up more than this. I'll also give up a second round, but I don't think I'm willing to do more than that for Line A. But the value is just a bit low. Okay, so I can add in a seventh. That's not going to really affect me too much here. Edmondson in 2 seconds for Dougie Hamilton, Palat. I don't want to give up Edmondson. I don't want to do that. I know I said buyer. I'm willing to give up picks, and I'm willing to upgrade in what we already have. I'm not willing to give up actual elite players of the future. So let's go ahead and toss in the seventh. Let's make this go through. There we go. So we have Patrick Line on the squad now. We don't have a first round pick, but we do have Patrick Line. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is take a look at how the squad shapes up now. So here's what we're looking at. We are looking to win right now. So Line has 4 superstar abilities. Great for first line and power play. Larkin has the zone ability. Raymond has 2 superstar abilities. Sider's 1 off of being maxed out. Hronik doesn't have anything. But I think we're doing okay here. Yeah, Perron keeps dropping off. So maybe what we can do here is let's also look at moving Perron. Now, what team actually wants someone like him? The Bruins? I'm not putting him on the Bruins, but the Flames. The Flames could be someone we could make that move for. Now, let's see. If he keeps dropping off, that's not good for us, and we want to make the playoffs here. So maybe someone like Dylan Dubé. He won't keep dropping off. What about... They are an old team. Let's go ahead and just look at their forwards. Now let's see. Toffoli's injured. We're not... Okay, so the Flames aren't going to work. I can just see that they're not going to work. The Avalanche want Perron. They really just want to push for the playoffs. Let's see what they have. So... Someone like New Hook, I wouldn't mind. How many years left? He's only got 1 year left, so we would have to re-sign him. I don't want to do that. Arturi Lehkonen, we would have to give up a lot for, but he is on a decent salary, and he is playing really, really well. He's a two-way forward. I like Arturi Lehkonen a lot. I think that would be a good move. Now, that's a lot of value that we'd have to make up, but hear me out. So, Arturi Lehkonen, we're upgrading for Perron. Arturi Lehkonen has a future. He's 28. Do they have anyone that's like 25 or under at that little range? That's New Hook, but he has to be re-signed 28. He's only got 4 years. No, I think we're gonna move on from Colorado. Let's see. I don't want to give him to Florida. I don't want to do same division. The Islanders want him, so let's go ahead and check and see what the Islanders might have. Beauvillier, he would have to be re-signed. And they're definitely not a young team. I mean, Barzell, but that's way too much value. Beauvillier could definitely be a second line player. His role is second line forward. He's looking pretty good, so maybe we go Beauvillier. I wouldn't mind a Beauvillier re-signing him. He shouldn't actually cost too much. He might grow. Beauvillier is a two-way forward. Let's try Beauvillier. So it looks like they're pretty close. They want Perron. Let's see if they'll take it straight up. They will take it straight up. So we definitely made the team younger. I'm good with that, so we don't have the potential of him dropping off. We have a guaranteed 84. Let's see. Any other moves we might want to make at the deadline? Let's see. Is there any other way we can upgrade our team? Now, the couple pieces I'm definitely not willing to move. Casper, Edvinsson. I'm not willing to move any of our roster players unless we upgrade on them, but who would we upgrade? So, we could upgrade someone like Hronek and give up another first-round pick and really just stack up on stud defensemen, because we are going to have to give Hronek some more money. So what we could do is upgrade him to whatever money we would have to give somebody else to re-sign Hronek. So I'm assuming Hronek is going to want 6 or 7 mil. So what we can go ahead and do is go with Hronek. Let's see, the Ducks do want him. What defenseman do the Ducks have? Let's go ahead and see. So they got Drysdale. I don't want Drysdale. I would want someone who could stay on the roster for a while. Doesn't look like they have anyone. I mean, Drysdale would upgrade next year. Let's see. No, we don't want that trade. We want to keep Brestovich. So Drysdale might not actually be a bad option. I think he'll get an upgrade in the off season. And he is signed at 4.6 for 6 mil. So that's actually a really good deal for us. With Jamie Drysdale, we have a medium elite, and we're planning on being a playoff team next year. So here's my thing. I'm not against tossing in. Let's see. Let's go with a second round pick from next year. Hronek and a second for Drysdale. I'm not against that. I think we do give up a little bit this year, but that is another thing where, like, Drysdale, let's see. I think he could actually play on the first line for us. I don't think he's bad. He's an offensive defenseman, so first line time would definitely be good for him. I think Sider will make up for that. Hronek and a second for Drysdale. Now, that is a great future pick for us. He will grow and be cheap in the next 6 years. That's massive. I think this is something where even if we're not extremely competitive this year, I think we could still make the playoffs with Drysdale, and we will be extremely competitive for the next couple of years at a low price. So let's see. Trade rejected. Value isn't sufficient at all. So this is what I mean by giving up a first round pick. Now, if I don't have to do it, I'll go ahead and add in like the 2026 second as well, because I think we are a playoff team. Let's go ahead and see. Trade accepted. So we have Drysdale. Now, let's see. I am willing to literally dump off our picks for a team of the future. So I think that's an upgrade on Hronek. Not this year, but next year for sure. We would have to re-sign Hronek, whereas we don't have to give Drysdale any more money than 4.6. So I think that was a good deal for us. Let's see if there's any other moves we want to make here. So let's see. Anyone that we would have to re-sign that we would be willing to upgrade on. Let's take a look. So Sider, Raymond, Cider Raymond aren't being moved, but Verana might not be bad. Now let's take a look and see what our forward core looks like and see what position, what like. So I think he realistically, I think we're gonna go Line Larkin, Raymond on the first line. So Verana, Kopp, and Beauvillier on the second line. Honestly, I wouldn't be against moving Verana off the second line. Let's see, Kopp is a two-way forward and Beauvillier is a two-way forward. Kopp does fit the scheme pretty well for the team, so he's not someone we want to move. Beauvillier doesn't fit line 2 theme. Verana doesn't fit line 2 theme. Does Kopp fit line 2 theme? He does. Verana doesn't. But Zadina doesn't either. Woof. Now, could we upgrade on someone like Verana so that we don't have to re-sign? Let's see, Verana. Does Anaheim have a second line forward that we could upgrade with? Michael Bunting, I wouldn't classify that as an upgrade. I'm looking for like an 86, 87. No. Let's see, who else wants Verana? Calgary wants Verana. Let's see about getting someone that... Mangiapane, no, I don't think Calgary. Colorado is a no. Maybe, let's see. Now this is where Arturi Lehkonen could actually work. Let's see, Lehkonen, Verana. Let's see. Now, here's the thing, is Wallander, I mean, he really could turn into something. We could go Berggren. Think we could go Berggren. Berggren and Verana for Lehkonen. Upgrade on Verana for the second line. As well as cheaper, and don't have to re-sign him next year. Don't have to give him money or drop him. Let's see. But the value you have on the table is too far off. So let's see. Now what about like third? A third. I'm dumping. I don't want to draft next year. And a fourth. Let's see. Kosa and Wallander for Marchessault. Martinez? No. I want to hold on to Kosa and Wallander. So that don't look too bad. I could probably make that work for Arturi Lehkonen. There we go. Alright. So. And then same thing is at the draft, we can go ahead and look at our team. If we need to get rid of some of these players, we can if it didn't work out. So that we have cap space to re-sign everybody. So we definitely could do that. Let's see what we're looking at. The deadline is fastly approaching. So I think we are done here on the deadline. Matthias Ekholm didn't move. Tristan Jarry didn't move. And Erik Karlsson did not move. So I think we are good on the deadline here. We can go ahead and exit. And let's go ahead and see how our team stacks up now for the rest of the year. Patrick Laine, I think, was a massive addition. Let's go ahead and see. We're going to do preferred lines. See what they build for us. Let's go ahead and options, head coach preferred. Let's see if we can make any moves here to not have any minuses. I don't want Zadina on the bottom line. What about Donskoy? Can we move him anywhere? What about Veleno? Can we move him anywhere? We could move Glendening up here so that this line wins faceoffs. I wouldn't be fully against that and have a very good fourth line. I'm actually not against that. Yeah, I think we might run that. Now, I mean, a -1 up there. I really don't want the -1. Defense, I definitely want Drysdale up with Cider. We get a +1 on every line. That is nice. Where is... So Connor Clifton, is he injured? Let's go ahead and toss in Clifton. There we go. Yeah, Connor Clifton and Colin Miller. Keandre Miller with Valimaki. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then Drysdale and Cider. So I think Cider's going to have the better shot, actually. Yeah. Let's keep it like this. We have 4 right-handed defensemen. That's crazy. Okay. So I think we're good there. We got decent chemistry up there. Now let's just see. Arturi Lehkonen. He fits good on the second line, which is nice. Kopp fits good on the second line, but Beauvillier does not. Zadina is okay on the third line. Glendening works on the third line. He works on the third line. I'm not putting Veleno on the first line. Now, Roslovic. Glendening. See if maybe we can make something work like this. I mean... No, I think we just got to stick with this for the chemistry purposes. Actually, roll 3 lines. What happens if we just switch these lines? We get a -2 on that bottom line. I don't like that. -1 like this, I'm good with it like this, having it as a -1. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Now let's see, power play. Line A is on the power play. Lehkonen, Raymond, Larkin. I'm good with that. Power play line 2 does not have a minus. I'm good with that. That's really nice. Yeah, I mean the why is this so buggy? 4-man power play line 1. We want Cider at the back end. There we go. And then penalty kill, we got a +2 here. I like that. Penalty kill line 2. Clifton and Miller, Roslovic and Kopp +3. Let's go ahead and we need to get back to that and make Kopp the center. Go ahead and do that. There we go. Line 3 is a 0. 3-mans, we got Glendening, Veleno, and Roslovic. I'm good with that. So I think we're good to keep going throughout the year. I think this is a good team. I think we're going to be a playoff team this year, but I think 100% next year with everybody going up in overall. I think we are going to be a powerhouse next year. So let's go ahead and get through the rest of the season. Now, I think we were trailing the Lightning by 1 point. Yeah, we're trailing by 1 point. We got any big games this month? So we're looking at Bruins or Lightning. We do have a Bruins game here. How far are the Maple Leafs ahead? Yeah, we're not catching the Maple Leafs. We got a Bruins game here, which is big. We got another Tampa game right after that, which is big. Other than that, though, I'm fine with regulation losses. But I would I'm fine with overtime wins and shootout wins. I don't really want regulation losses. So let's go ahead and finish up this month. Philip Zadina is fully healed. We already have him in the lineup, so that's good. But let me go ahead and take a drink here while we're simulating. We got a game against Capitals. And we do get a 6-5 win, which is big. Carolina, good team. 4-1 win, that's big. 4-1 loss to an under 500 team, not great, but we beat a good team in the Avalanche. Drysdale had a 1-game injury, so we're good there. Rasmussen, let's go ahead and manually edit. So he had a big injury, actually. So let's go ahead and Chase Pearson comes out for Rasmussen. We definitely want this AHL team going as good as possible. So let's go and swap Rasmussen. Matt Luff, I'm pretty sure, is getting good points, and he's got synergy up there. Let's go ahead and swap him for Blickfield. Casper, can we get him on the first line here? Yeah, we can. Okay, so I'm good with that. Now let's see. Matt Luff, Zarnik, and Hiroshi don't have good face-offs, do they? What's Zarnik's? 78. That's not actually bad as a non-centerman, so we can go ahead and leave him there. Now let's see. We could put Chris Coelho on that third line and get a plus in chemistry. Sorry, I had a hiccup. Defense, we got Edvinsson, Wallander, Johansson. I mean, yeah, let's just take the minus off of Johansson. Let him perform well. Give it to Barton and McIsaac. I'm fine with that. Wallman, Johansson. Pardon me. And Wallander and Edvinsson. So I'm good with that. Let's see. Is Kosa moving at all? He's at a 77. He is playing insanely well this year. The Griffins are a killer team. They have 44 wins between these two. That's crazy. Jan Bednar is really performing down there. Wow, 1.43 in 19 games with a 943. And Kosa with a 934, 1.69. They've got to be the best goalies in the AHL this year. Let's see, Soderblom, he's got 32 points, so not too bad. What about Zarnik? He's got 43. Casper's only got 29, but he is growing, so that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back to the NHL here. Now, this team does look pretty good here. Go ahead and cancel the sim. Arizona, do we take the game off of that? We do, 4-2. So, we are up in third place in this division. We did take over the Bruins and Lightning again, so we got a couple games here. I mean, Montreal, where are they sitting? Sabres are down at 62 points, so we shouldn't be passing up by them, but we definitely don't want to lose to them. So let's go ahead and get up. We do got we got 4 divisional games in the next 6. So let's go to here. Let's go here and see. I would like to get at least a point off of all of them. So, we do get a point off the Blues. That's nice. Ville Husso has been injured with a bruised shoulder April 1st. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that is painful. Oh. So Nedeljkovic is our starter for the time being, and we have Kosa as our backup. Kosa is playing well. How's Nedeljkovic playing in the NHL? He's doing okay. He's doing okay. Kosa was playing phenomenally in the AHL, so hopefully he can just carry that confidence with him. But 83 as a starter, 77 as a backup, that hurts a lot. That hurts so much as a playoff race team with our goalie going down. Oh, that's painful. Oh, let's go ahead and get Kosa in there. Let's go ahead and toss Nedeljkovic as the starter. All right, guys. Back to the lines. We have to get Van Pottelberg in there. And that hurts the AHL squad too, with them pushing for playoffs. Cancel Sam, cancel Sam, cancel Sam! Oh. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. NHL. We take a 4-1 loss to Montreal. That pushes us down to the last wild card spot. We can get through these 2 Columbus games. April 1st is all of our divisional games he's out against. We lose against Columbus. 4 goals against, 6 goals against. 6 goals against. Oh, this sucks. Is that going to make us miss the playoffs? Now, we're 2 points ahead of the Blue Jackets. Oh, and we gave them 4 points to catch up. All right, we got big games here against Montreal, Toronto, and Boston. Let's go ahead and get through them. Oh, man, that hurts. We got a 3-2 win against Montreal. That's nice. Toronto, 4-2 loss. 4 goals against again.
Vili Husa has returned to the lineup. All right, that helps a lot. Let's go ahead and NHL. Get here down to goalies. Kosa, you're sent back down. Go to edit lines, edit NHL lines. We are gonna have to go edit AHL lines as well because we want Kosa starting down there. So let's go ahead and get the goalie back in. Ville Husso. Go ahead and get him back up there. Now it does say he still has a minor injury, but I mean, look at that. 27 win goaltender. There's no way we don't. Oh, Nedeljkovic. He dropped off in those games too. He didn't do it, man. He didn't do it. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and get back out. Oh, no. Okay, a 5-4 shootout win against the Bruins. That's big. That's big. We do catch them at 82 points in our division. We're sitting still 4 points ahead of the Blue Jackets. But let's go ahead and get Kosa in for the rest of that AHL year. I don't want to leave him out. Patrick Laine is really performing. He was a little under a point per game for us, and now he's above, so that's really nice. Let's go ahead and get to the AHL. Soderblom is performing down there. That's good. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. This hurts. Let's go ahead and just do that. Get the chemistry on the second line going for them. All right, Van Pottelberg, you're coming out for Kosa. Kosa played 1 game, only made 7 saves in the NHL. Oh, what did he do? 7 saves, 9 shots against, 2 goals. What? Why did they pull him? I mean, 2 goals and 9 shots, that's really not good, but that's really early to be pulling somebody. But 29, 9-2 down in the AHL. He's having himself a fantastic year down there. Get Kosa back in there. Let him get his growth here. Kosa, you're starting in the AHL. All right. So I guess let's get into the end of the season. We'll go ahead and do a season wrap up with points and everything as we get there. But we did just take a 5-4 shootout win against the Bruins. Now, if we would have won that game straight up, we would have been in the clear first spot for the wild card. They would have been down at 81 points because we did give them a point. But all in all, taking the 2 points is ideally what matters the most. So let's go ahead and any other big games here. We got the Senators game here. We got the Buffalo Sabres game here. Those are divisional games, but I don't think they're going to catch us. Maybe the Senators. I mean, they're 9 points behind. That's going to be hard for them. So we're just looking to get as many points as possible here. Just tone down the regulation losses. Roslovic has been injured with an injured wrist. Not good. Let's go ahead and pull Glendening. Oh, we can't even pull Glendening up. Who do we have? We have Tanner Jeannot. Oh man, we're gonna have to do some reworking here of the lines. Oh, these are not good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Donskoy up on the 3rd line. We're gonna run Jeannot on the 4th line. Veleno and Zadina up here. No, I mean, can I toss Kubalik? I can't even get Kubalik up. I mean, I could get Kubalik up there for the better chemistry. Get Zadina down on the 4th line. What about Beauvillier? Moving him around. No, we want to keep Beauvillier up there. Let's see, what has he done for Detroit? 7 points in 13 games. He's a +1. What about Lehkonen? He's a -5, but he's got 8 points. No, we're leaving it like that. Yeah. And we're going to leave it like that. Zadina with Glendenning and Jeannot, Kubalik with Veleno and Donskoy, Lehkonen, Kopp, and Beauvillier. So, let's go ahead and get in here towards the end of the season. So, Winnipeg Jets, we do take... All right, Husso's fully healed. That's good he didn't get re-injured. So, let's take a 4-1 win. That's a regulation win. We just want wins, though. We don't care how they come. 3-1 loss, 7-5 loss. All right, let's get Roslovic back in there. All right, you know you're coming out. Let's go ahead and get Jack Roslovic back in the lineup. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, wait. Jack Roslovic down on the third line is 0? Yeah, I think we're going to run it like this. That's interesting. Now, what if... Can Zadina move anywhere? Not really. I mean, the -1, that'll still be a better line than it is now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we got Donskoy, Roslovic, and Glendenning. What about Roslovic up here now? No, I don't want the -2. Let's just run it like this. I'm actually cool with it being ran like this. Let's take a look. What has Line A done with the Red Wings? 17 points in 15 games, +2. Let's go ahead and see. Is Larkin catching up to a point per game? He is at, what is that, 73 points in 76 games. That's nice. What's Raymond doing? He's got 61 points, so not too bad. Yeah, and our second line definitely is getting a good amount of points with Lehkonen and Beauvillier there. So, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go ahead, and we got our pieces back for the rest of the year. Oh, cancel. We can't see. Oh, yeah, those 2 regulation losses hurt. We're at 84 points. We only 2 points above the Bruins for a playoff spot. The Lightning did overtake us, so they definitely really bounced back throughout the year. This is I think, our hardest divisional game here, so we're going to go ahead and do it period by period, see how they're going. Let's go ahead and period 1, 0-0. Period 2, 1-1. Kubalik and Balcers. Period 3, we do take the game off the Lightning. That's big. That is big. Lucas Raymond came in clutch in the 3rd period. So, let's go ahead and see. We got a game against the Islanders, sub 500 Islanders. We got a good team there, sub 500, sub 500, and a good team there. So, this is one we need to make sure we take. Let's see how this game goes. Yeah, I'm fine with both being simmed. The HL team should be a playoff team. I see no reason why they wouldn't be. Let's go ahead. First period against the Islanders. We do go up 1-0. Dylan Larkin gets a goal. Second period. Clifton and Kopp score. Third period. And Colin Miller scores the empty net goal. We take a 4-1 off the Islanders. This is good. We're getting good wins here at the end of the year. I like this a lot. Let's go ahead and... see what we're looking at here. 88 points. We're in the first wild card spot. Second wild card spot, or so we're looking at 83. We're 5 points up on someone taking a wild card spot from us. Let's go ahead and get up to the Rangers here. We'll see what the see how the rest of this plays out. Okay, so the Bruins didn't catch up on us, and the Blue Jackets did not catch up on us, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this Rangers game. They are a good team here, 44, 28, and 6. It's a really good team there. Let's see. First period, we are down 1-0. Alexi Lafreniere. Second period, Joe Thornton does make it 2-0, but Raymond pulls us back in it late in the period. Let's see, third period. Oh, and we try towards the end of the game, but we can't pull a point out of the game, so that's a regulation loss. That's not too good. Sorry, I was getting a drink of water there. So, let's see. We're looking like the Bruins are 2 points behind us, and the Blue Jackets are only 3 points behind us. This is going to be close. Let's go ahead and get up to Ottawa. They might play here. All right, let's see. The Red Wings are at 88 points. The Blue Jackets are at 87. So we're contesting for the Bruins. The Senators aren't going to catch us. That's 10 points. There's not enough games left for them to catch us. But we would like to take 2 points off of a bad team like the Senators. Let's go ahead and check. We do go up 4-1 just in the first period. Laine, Kopp, Veleno, and Valimaki all get us goals. But we do give one up. Let's see. We take another 2, Glendenning and Veleno. and we get another one from Larkin at the end of the period. So a lot of goal production there for the Red Wings, 7 goals. So we get ourselves another 2 points, which is very good to see in this playoff race. Let's go ahead and see where that puts us going into the game against Buffalo. So we are looking at 90 points. The next team behind us is at 87. The Blue Jackets are really making a run for it. They are really making a run for it, man. We could have sealed our own fate by taking both of those games off them. We would have been at 94. They would have been at 83. It would have been out of reach. Oh, man. All right. A game against Buffalo, a bad team. Let's see. We got to take these two because the Avalanche are not going to be an easy team to beat. They are not going to be an easy team to beat. Period 1. It's 1-1. Kubalik with Tage Thompson scores for Buffalo. Period 2. We do pull ahead with line A on the power play. Period 3. And we do take the game. Beauvillier and Veleno make it out of reach. So I think that might actually clinch another playoff spot for us. Let's take a look. What do we got here? Andrew Kopp has been injured going into the playoffs. No! Edit lines manually. He is out for a bit. He's out till the 24th. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at Veleno going up to the second line. Roslovic on the third line. And then we have Jeannot coming in. So we're not doing too bad. I mean, we still have... Let's go ahead and sort by overall. There we go. There's Jeannot. Go ahead and get him on the fourth line. Now, I mean, our depth is a little bit weak here, which we're looking at a 79, 78, 79, but they all are decent defensively. And our third line still has good depth. Our second line still looks decent. It's not great, but it's decent. But this first line here is what's going to have to carry us. Why are we at franchise overview? Can I now look at player cards here? Wait. What? Why can't I look at player cards? Oi! Back that at lines, we have duplicated roles. It'll fix itself when we get onto this. 4-man power play line 2. There we go. Alright, it fixed itself. So, Drysdale. Oh man, why can't we... That's so frustrating. We can't open the player cards here. Alright, well, whatever. So, we can go ahead and back out of it. We will look at how people are performing for us when we get there. So, we take that 4-2 win off of Buffalo, and we do clinch a playoff spot. Now, the Bruins. Us taking that game off of them, that shootout win, might actually matter. Let's see. So, this game doesn't actually matter for us, but it would be good to get the points, get some more confidence going into the playoffs, have a 94-point season. That would be a good one. Let's see what we're looking at here. We definitely had a better season than the last, which is good. We're on the way up, which is what we like to see. Period 1, Colorado does score McKinnon on Nedeljkovic, Raymond on Francois, and period 3, we do end up to... Wow, that's a lot of goals in the third period. Valimaki, Kubalik, Raymond, and Lehkonen all combined for 4 goals in the third to take the game off of Colorado. So, we're taking games off Colorado. That's really nice. We're taking games off the Rangers, I think, or did we just lose to the Rangers? I think we just lost. I think it was a 1-goal. Yeah, it was a 1-goal game, but... In that last month, I mean, we took a game off of the Lightning, which were second place in our division, and we took a game off the Avalanche, which were second place in their division. So that's actually really nice last month for us. The Oilers did run away with the league at 115 points. No one even came close. But let's go ahead and simulate up one more day. What we can go ahead and do is take a look at the AHL here. 55, 13, and 3. They ran away with the AHL, which is good to see. Next team was 13 points underneath them, so they were a great team. Let's go ahead and we can just simulate their last game. Take a look and see. AHL, then they won their last game as well. They were on a, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game winning streak to end the season. So that was really nice. They really ran away with it at 115 points. The Wolves had 100. So they look like a Calder Trophy team, but we will see how that goes. Calder Trophy would be good for Casper and Soderblom and all them for growth. But let's keep on simulating, see who we get in that first round. All right, so we get the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 1. So let's go ahead and do a season wrap-up. We're going to look at points. We're going to look at standings. let's go ahead and see what we're looking at here. So line A was a point per game in the NHL season, which is really good. We are looking at 83 points for line A, 79 for Larkin. So our two studs up top definitely pulled their own. Larkin was an plus 18. Let's go ahead and see what line A just did for us. Go ahead and go to player info and full career stats. So he was over a point per game for us and a +7. That is really good to see. Let's see what we are looking at. So Larkin obviously was with us all year, so that is pretty much point per game, 27 goals, 52 assists. That is a really good season for Larkin. Let's go ahead and see. Was that one of his better seasons? Yeah, that was actually his best season in the NHL, so that was really nice. We got him a good line mate to play with line A. So line A and Larkin should be pretty heavy for us for the next 5-6 years, I would think. Lucas Raymond had a good 69-point season, but a -4. I mean, his puck skills are way up there. His shooting is getting pretty good. His senses are way up there, so he's a great power play player for us. Arturi Lehkonen, what did he do just with us? Let's go ahead and see. He had 12 points in 21 games, -6. Not too great. He was a +28 in Colorado, so, and 54 points there. But overall, it was still okay. Beauvillier, let's see what he did with us. Beauvillier had 12 points in 21 games and a +3, so that's pretty good. And then it goes down from there. We got Kopp at 48 points. Seider at 41. That's a decent season for him as a defenseman. Let's see what Drysdale did with us. Now, he was a -10, only 27 points as an offensive defenseman. Let's see what he did with us. He was a -4, only had 6 points. Hopefully, he'll grow in the offseason at medium elite. Hopefully, he can get up to that 87 that Hronek was at, and we didn't really give up too much. Now, let's see. Keandre Miller had a good season, as well as Colin Miller, so looking pretty good there. Connor Clifton had a decent season with a +7. And other than that, I'm not really too concerned about it. Glendening actually moving him up. He was only a -1, so I am okay with that. But yeah, I mean, we do look like a good team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the goalies. Looks like they both had a decent season. As a backup, 15, 10, and 2. Not too bad. And 29 wins for Husso on the season is pretty good. 2.62 goals against with a 9.11. That is pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff tree. See what we got here. Any teams we didn't expect. Over on the Eastern Conference side, it all looks actually pretty standard. We got the Battle of Florida happening over there with the Lightning and Panthers. We got the Maple Leafs and Bruins, which is pretty standard. Caps and Rangers once again. And then Red Wings and Hurricanes. Over there on the Western Conference, we have the Avalanche and the Stars. The Blues and the Flames, the Canucks and the Ducks. There you go, there's a little rhyme. And the Oilers and the Jets. So, should be an interesting playoff here. We're looking to get out of the first round. We got the Hurricanes, who are a pretty good team. Let's go ahead and we can view the Carolina lines to end off the video to see what we are up against. Now, let's go ahead and pull this up. We got the Carolina Hurricanes. Wow. Wow. Okay, that is... So they added Patrick Kane. When did they add him? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they got him this year. They picked him up in free agency at 82 points. Sebastian Aho had 65, so not as much, but Svechnikov had, Svechnikov had 61. So it looks like Patrick Kane is carrying their top line, but those pluses are insane. Connor Bedard, what did he do in his rookie year? 57 points. He is really up there, because he's playing with Marty Necas, who had, 69 points on the second line. Patches had 51 points on that second line. Wow. So they have Teravainen on the third line. Teravainen on the third line had 47 points with Kotkaniemi and Jarvis, and then Stenlund, Goudreau, and Zucker. So This team looks good. They still have Slavin, Pesci, but how do they afford all of this? What? Looking at 7.5 mil, 8.5 mil, 8 mil to Kane. We're looking at 5.5 mil. Bedard obviously doesn't have, but Marty Necas at 2.9 for an 88 elite. That definitely saves them some money, but Teravainen definitely has a contract over 5 mil. Kotkaniemi 4.7. Seth Jarvis, let's see. Zucker probably has a real contract, 2.5. Slavin is up there at 5.2. Pesci at 3.9. Brent Burns up there at 5.1. Brady Shea at 5. Ryan Murray at 2.8. Braun at, oh man, they do not have much salary. Let's take a look at their goalie. Fleury at 3.5 and Varlamov at 3.7. Wow, they do not have cap space, huh? They really just fully built. We'll probably look that way next year, but we don't have as many X factors. And they got Bedard too, so they had the number one. Yeah, they went from 9 to 1. So yeah, they were the 9th worst team. So that was a piece they definitely needed. That is interesting. That team is going to be hard to stop. That is a lot of offensive firepower. So we are going to go ahead and end it there. And we will go ahead and get into the playoffs in the next video. So let me know what you think about the team, how we're going to stack up. The Carolina Hurricanes have a lot of firepower. And yeah, we will hop into the playoffs at the beginning of the next video. So I will see you guys then. Peace.